Hey everyone, I'm going to be going through my pull list, just my thoughts on a couple of issues that I read. Yeah, going to be starting with this week, so the 10th of December, and then I'll also give my thoughts on these ones as well. Um, and these ones too, though I haven't read Ferocious number two. Okay, let's start with these. So Dick Tracy number 14, I thought that was like a pretty solid. I gave it like 4 stars. Once again, Dick Tracy is like a series that I really love. If it's a detective series, so if you guys are into that, pretty good. I don't necessarily think this current arc is as good as the previous one with the blank. And also something just want to emphasize is this Dick Tracy cover is amazing. This variant cover, I just love the way it's like he's walking through the tunnel and the silhouette and all that stuff. It just looks really great. But what I will say is this arc is heating up, and yeah, this is a certain revelation, and so far it seems to be going down pretty interesting. It's a bit more complex than the previous arc, I will say. Like there's more characters and more things happening, and it does kind of continue off with some of the stuff from like the first arc, like some of the characters from there. So right now, Dick Tracy has a really strong like cast. You know, a lot of characters are recurring, which makes things really interesting. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I'm kind of just keen to see how this all ties up together, and also like just some of like the PTSD and that kind of stuff that's being explored in this series is interesting as well. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. But I wouldn't say I am loving it. I would just give it like a solid yeah, just like a solid four out of five, 3.8 out of five. I don't know. Yeah, like I much more enjoyed the blank arc. But yeah. The Batman the Second Night number two. So this was awesome. As in like the second issue was really really good. I haven't rated it yet, but I'm personally giving it 4.5. This series has been a really great surprise. Like truly, like the art to me is awesome. Like really well done. Just specifically the colors, I just love the colors. I just want to quickly show the colors because I just think it's just really neat. Yeah, just like this kind of like the way all the colors blend and all that stuff. It just looks really great. So yeah, the colorist is good, and I love the way this is formatted. This DC Black Label, it comes almost like a book, so it feels really good to hold. Once this series also has like a strong cast, just with like 2 issues. To be fair, these issues are like really long, like as it says here, 48 pages. And the other one was also 48 pages. That's why it's pretty dense. So when I say it's has a good cast, it's had a good time to build the cast, to be honest. Um, but yeah, like in this one, so spoilers, like Lois is in it, and Superman's also in it. So that's really really cool. So that I guess it's not really much of a spoiler. I guess. Well, it kind of is a spoiler for this series, but yeah, like it has like these characters within it, which I wasn't expecting. I thought this was all just going to be about the Batman, and I should have realized with Lois Lane being in the previous issue that something was going to be different. You know, with this story, with Lois Lane being part of it, and that bringing Clark was a really good idea. And especially like at the end with Clark and Bruce meeting up, and Bruce is in his Batman outfit, so they don't really know each other fully yet. But yeah, like I also really liked how Clark was also kind of being a detective himself. Like not really, like he was using his powers really, Like he was a detective in the sense that he used his deduction skills alongside with his super hearing. Um, but regardless, like I like the way it's moving, and I honestly don't know where this series is going. I mean, like the Scarecrow's stuff seems very interesting. Um, yeah, I honestly don't know where that part's going. But yeah, the Scarecrow stuff is very cool, and Bruce's relationship with the actor is really cool as well. I like that she knows what's going on, and then she has a dynamic with Lois. Like, there's a lot of character interactions that already exist in this series that is like really promising, and the relationships are built pretty quickly and in a way where you can kind of almost immediately understand why there's like these characters are paired up in a way. because their pairings allow for like really good conversations. Commissioner Gordon's also in this one, and so far he's alright. Like he's Commissioner Gordon. The cool thing was like his relationship with Bruce's father and also with Bruce in this story as well. So a lot of good moving parts. Yeah, the Scarecrow. I love his dialogue and his design, and then this like executioner type of character. He's interesting as well. I mean, the two villains, I wouldn't say they have like a lot of depth per se, but I do like their dynamic. Like that's kind of the thing that is pulling me forward. Like they have a good dynamic, and it's I don't know. It's like it feels like Scarecrow's really like leading the charge here. Like he feels like the main villain in a certain way, and this executioner like character is the person in the background. But he's also the first character that's like kind of fully properly introduced. So I don't know who's going to be bigger, but they feel like equals, but simultaneously, Scarecrow has more of like a presence to him, at least in this one. So, and also like a lot of the connections to Adolf Hitler and like World War II. That's like all those like references and like the wars and all that stuff. It's very interwoven, like with the time period that this series is representing, which is cool. Definitely enjoying this. Yeah. So that was very solid. Okay, spoilers over for the Batman. I mean, that was a full spoiler uh, explanation. So yeah, you were warned. Cool. Okay. The new Space Age. This is really solid. I really enjoyed this. As you can see, I gave it 4.5 stars. Um, yeah, I mean, I'd probably give it 4.5. I mean, I don't know if it was worth 4.5, but like 4.2 or something. I don't know. Either way, the number doesn't really matter. It was good. It was a good. Like the thing I liked about this series is that there's a tight focus. It's focused on this, main character Mark Mitchell, and then his brother and this other one friend character, and they were all kind of like childhood friends as well. So the cast itself is already tightly knit. So when I'm like reading this series, like I feel like okay, like I already understand what kind of characters they are. Like I'm like reading this and I'm like okay, I kind of get who these people are. Like on some level or what they value. Like it's very clear that Mark Mitchell values his brother, and we get to see like what they're connected with. Um, sorry, just heard a noise. We get to see what they're connected with, and 1 second. Alright, sorry, I'm back. Yeah, it wasn't really anything. Okay, so this new Space Age, yeah, this series, yeah, it already convinced me with what it was trying to do and what it was trying to focus on. So I'm already like connected with the plight of the main character, which is nice. Like that's always what I want from a series, for me to care. And then the person that's accompanying him, like this friend of his, she's cool as well. Like she has a nice dynamic with him as well. She's kind of like esoteric, and like I really liked like the revelation in it that like the crop circles and stuff, which was one of the reasons why which was like where the brother was taken away due to the crop circles. That they're not necessarily like these symbols that are left there. They actually have ties to magic rather than like science. So it kind of like takes this kind of different spin to it that focuses more on the magical rather than the scientific, which is cool. I mean, like for a story, that's pretty sick. So I'm really looking forward to seeing where this goes, what happened to the brother. Hopefully he's alive, and what they end up finding. Yeah, there's a lot of promise with this one, I think. Okay. Starship Godzilla number 3. Yeah, I gave this one 4 stars. I thought it was good. I thought this issue was better than the previous one. So far, it like compared to the previous issue, it actually continued off with like a bit of the drama. Like we got to see what I forgot what the character's name is, but this person, this guy, like what's up with him? like where does his allegiances lie? And his allegiances seem to lie with this, this other character, this one. And I'm thinking she might end up being like kind of like the big bad, but then there's also like this other character, and she's kind of like a revolutionary, like that's what her energy feels like, and she forms a connection with the main character, which is this one. Oh, she feels like the main character. I almost said she is. Yeah, she is. Yeah, and there is like a little bit of vibe of like romantic interest as well. Like I got that kind of energy. I'm not sure if I'm 100% right on that, but yeah, so far it seems pretty cool. I do enjoy the art style a lot, so that I'm really looking forward to like seeing this art style more. Um, and yeah, like the story's kind of picked up. I'm curious to see where this series goes because I feel like it's setting up a lot, and I'm not sure how many issues they have. I think I've heard that they have like 6 issues for this title. I don't know, like we're 3 issues in, and so far, like I feel like we're still in the setup phase. So I'm kind of sitting here thinking, like can they pull it off? You know what I mean? Maybe this is kind of more like a year one thing, and they continue. I'm not sure, but I'm a bit apprehensive. But this third issue did turn around things for me. Okay. Let's keep going. I've talked about all those. Next one. Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone. I've been loving the series personally. I love the art for this. I just love how vibrant the colors are and all that stuff. And not just that, this latest issue was interesting. I like that it continues the narrative with that new girl that we found. Like she's pretty cool. And I'm just gonna put some like of the preview up there because just to show the images and stuff. It's got this really nice art to it. As you can see, like she gets like kidnapped and stuff, and like spoilers. So if you read it, the place where she's put through alongside with this character, they're put in the same. No, they end up being like taken by this kind of scientist kind of fellow with the 3 eyes. Though it's later kind of revealed that he's just kind of there because he has to be, and this town that they're in is using basically like monster like people and creatures and all that to entertain themselves, because there's this massive ring and they all end up like fighting, and they put people in the ring and they want to see them fight and duke it out and all that stuff. So that seems to be pretty interesting. I mean, very quickly as you're just reading, you're like, this is going to end badly. And even the other characters, like his sister, I think, like she's like, this is a trap, and like the main character doesn't really, believe it as much, but he kind of gets fooled pretty easily. I mean, it didn't really. I mean, I was pretty okay with that because it just made sense within the realm of his character. And and I also like that the people from that like cult from like the previous issues, they're now coming in as well, and they were the people that were after like these 2 kids. So things are all kind of coming together, and the next issue, from what I understand, is the final issue. So I can see everything like within this town with the setup and all of that coming to like a certain kind of climax. And also they have like Godzilla's baby within the place. So it's like there's a way to draw in Godzilla. So very clearly they want to finish like, Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone with the arrival of Godzilla. Godzilla's been mostly like a backdrop for this. So seeing this creature have an effect is going to be pretty great, because it has been like hyped up a bit, but it's also just a really good way to kind of capstone this part. I think I read somewhere that like if this gets like popular, like it will continue. So maybe it's been written for more to happen. But I do also feel like the way this story is written, like a decent amount of it can be capped off within the next issue. Like she's like smitten for Godzilla. She's going to see Godzilla. So like her little arc can, come to like a little bit of a fruition, The main character can save the kids. Like that can work. They can have like a wholesome moment. The villains that were like from the cult, like they're coming in right at the end. So now that they're there, we can, kind of because we only just escaped from them. So maybe there's a comeuppance that's going to happen with the cult. I don't know. I don't know how specifically this is going to turn out, but I guess I have faith that this last issue will hit. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I've been really enjoying this series. No, it's going way too far. Okay. Yep. Harley and Ivy, Life and Crimes. This one was also great. I've been really enjoying this. It's all about their relationship and how it developed and all the little moments, that we never really got to see, I guess. Or maybe it's in different series. I don't know. I'm not like an avid Harley and Ivy reader, but I've been reading this, and it's like the focus on their dynamic and what they end up liking about each other, how they kind of dislike each other at the start, how things move, how the attraction kind of sparks. I really enjoy the exploration of Harley being like almost like codependent with the Joker. I mean, obviously it's something that's been explored before, but it's I guess we get to see like what Ivy represents in their mix in a certain way. She's kind of like the person for Harley to attach to, that is a better attachment in comparison to the Joker, because even in this issue, like Ivy's like, can I trust this person? Because she has been on and off with the Joker for ages. So it's like, is this just another phase? But I think Ivy is maybe being showcased to be like maybe like a secure attachment for Harley to eventually get out of this like toxic relationship that she has with the Joker. That's a kind of like vibe I'm getting if I put like attachment theory into this. So all of that I've been enjoying. I really also just love the art personally. Like the art's just got this. It's so simple, but it's so effective. At least for me, very simple, but very effective. Love the colors. Yeah, just works to a T. All of it just works to a T for me. Cool. Yeah, I gave it 4 stars. Very, very much enjoyed it. I can see myself absolutely loving this series, without a doubt. Harley Quinn. Okay, this series is pretty controversial. People really don't really like it. I've liked some parts of it because I feel like it has some clever stuff to say. That being said, this latest issue, I also wasn't that positive about it. The artist, I wasn't the biggest fan of personally. I mean, there was a lot of content, but I just didn't feel like much was happening. Yeah, like I enjoyed the previous arc, but I don't know, this legacy thing didn't really hit in the way I wanted to hit. But I'm very excited for the next issue because spoilers, like it seems to be like the climax of the run. So I kind of get the feeling because it's a confrontation between like the main antagonist, which is also the romantic interest, funnily enough, for this run. So I'm getting this feeling that this might be ending. Honestly, this might be coming to a close. The writer's run. So that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. And yeah, I mean, see how it goes. Okay. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Not really. Yeah, not really. Alright, cool. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Peace.